This case study involves a female worker handling a situation with her boss and colleague on their behavior towards her that is considered offensive. For this situation, we'll be discussing on how this situation should be handled. Does this raise ethical issues? Is Iris in the right? What are the deciding and planning implementation? And does this situation can be avoided?
So step 1, understanding the situation. The situation is about Iris Blair, who is application manager in Tolliver Investment. One day, Iris found a provocative graphics that belongs to Art and Ron in optical disc. Iris feels offended and insulted as she sees the graphic. Another day, Iris is being called by Ron because he wants to show another provocative graphics. Iris was blamed by Ron because she refused our invitation for a dinner.
Isolating the major ethical dilemma. First point is, should Iris quit the job because of Ron and Art? Second point is, should Iris ignore Ron and Art and focus to her job only? Third point is, should Iris reconsider about Art's invitation? And the last point is, should Iris tell Roy Tolliver that she uncomfortable about Ron and Art's do to her?
So which of these raise unethical issues? Why, and what is the potential resulting harms? First, Ron and Art are gang out to bully Iris. This shows that both of them are very unethical. Second, when Ron and Art think that it's okay to mistreat Iris because there are no clear sexual harassment rules at the workplace. This automatically makes things harder for a woman at their workplace. So the potential or resulting harm occurs are: first, if Iris don't take any action towards them, she will have to face the mistreatment at the workplace for a long period of time. Second, it will lead to the misogynist attitude among workers. Third, it will damage the company reputation.
There are 5 stakeholders that involved, which is Iris Blair as an application manager, Arthur Amanita as a respected broker at Tolliver Investment, Ronald Conway as a respected broker at Tolliver Investment, Terry Sullivan as customer service manager, and lastly, Roy Tolliver as a CEO of the company.
Analyzing the ethicality of both alternatives in step 2. So basically in step 2 we have 4 types of situations that we made, and basically in step 3 there are some of consequentialism that we have been made. So firstly, if action in step 2 is done, who will be harmed? So we'll choose only Iris will be affected, as Iris will lose her job as she quit her job. And then next is, if action in step 2 is not done, so who will be harmed? Arts and Ron will continue to discriminate against Iris, and Iris will be harmed. Next one, which alternatives result in the least harm, A or B? So we choose B because on Arts and Ron, by taking the issues to the government or regulatory agency rather than option A, which are option A is quit her job. Basically, Iris will be unable to focus on her work because of Arts and Ron. So in this situation, Arts and Ron will get the benefit as Iris not taken any action to file a lawsuit against them. And if action in step 2 is not done, who will get the benefit? So if Iris file a lawsuit against them, Iris will get the benefit as she doesn't need to quit her job and take an action to file a lawsuit against Ron and Arts. And lastly, which alternative results in the maximum benefits, D or E? So we choose D as will get the maximum benefit because Arts and Ron will be free from taking of any responsible for what they have done, and the company's reputation will not be affected.
To develop a professional relationship. A good professional relationship can aid in the teamwork among employees and indirectly help them with their individual career development for employees. The next thing is relationship of low level and between high level employees. It will make it easier for them to share their knowledge,
And that way, the company can rely on the low-level employees to work on a tough project such as internship. They can deliver the project successfully. The next thing is the standards. The usage of the formal words in the workplace is complementary because this should be applied to every part of employee in the discussion or conversation that they are having. So this standard should be held high so that the activity in the workplace become more formal, more professional. This should include the way they speak, the kind of work they do, their relationship with co-workers and customers. And lastly, is to respect your colleagues. Each of employees should be treated with respect. Treating colleagues with respect, and you might gain the respect as well. By that, we can maintain a good, healthy relationship and increase the company revenue. By giving constructive criticism and saying kind words to them, even they can't deliver the work perfectly, but it will help them to strive and do better.
Categorical imperative is defined as a way of evaluating motivations for actions. In these situations, if action is step 2 is done, no one will be disrespected. Second, if action is step 2 is not done, a female worker or female employee in the company will be treated disrespectful. As an employee, I should inform to the company the sexual harassment that she experienced from Art and Ron to the company. If action in step 2 is done, who, if anyone, will be treated unlike others? A female worker like Iris will be treated unlike others if step 2 is done, and all the stakeholders involved will get the benefit. If step 2 is not done, Iris will be treated unlike others because she will be bullied until she quit her new job. Alternative K is preferable because Iris doesn't have to quit her job because of unethical behavior of Art and Ron. All the employees won't feel insecure when working or talking with different gender. The female and male workers will have a good relationship. The company also will not lose their company value. Everyone with the action in step 2 will get benefit because they will working in the very great environment. Iris also doesn't have to quit her job. She will get the honor as a woman. Next, are they benefit if nobody the action is step 2? Yes, Art and Ron will be respected by others even if they did something bad to others' work. Lastly, alternative N is preferable because nobody will be treated like Iris if she takes action regarding Art and Ron's behavior towards her, and the company will maintain their reputations as one of the rising stars in the field of broker houses.
Should Iris report the unethical actions of Ron and Art to the Tolliver Investment Company? Yes, this is to ensure Iris will not lose her job and nobody will be the next victim of Ron and Art. So the first step for the specific steps needed to implement defensible ethical decision. First one, when Iris knows that she has been mistreated, she must immediately inform the disciplinary board regarding these issues, so that Ron and Art should be called by the management for an interrogation. Then, a specific action should be taken for them as a punishment and lesson. Then, Ron and Art must obey the decision made and do as instructed by the company. So for these cases, Arthur Armanita as Art and Ronald Conway as Ron, which are working as a respected broker in the company, are the one who are affected the most by these actions. As they are the most highly respected brokers at Tolliver Investment Company, their reputation will be affected as it will change other workers' impressions toward them. People also will lose their respect and female workers will feel uncomfortable and unsafe whenever they are around them. The ways that would help to prevent such problem in the future. The first one, they need to ensure to have a sexual harassment policy in the workplace. especially for the employer itself. So in the employee handbook, they should have a policy devoted to sexual harassment. The second one is they must have a clear harassment reporting procedures. All staff must feel comfortable reporting any behavior that makes them or other staff feel uncomfortable. So the last one is the management should take complaints seriously and investigate it.
Things should be done to avoid dilemma in the first place is Iris should report about Ron and Art to disciplinary board. The second one is Iris should tell Roy Tolliver that she uncomfortable about what Ron and Art do. The third is the company should have the work ethical or policy for every worker regardless of position and gender. And the last thing should be done to avoid this dilemma at the first place is Ron and Art should be professional at the company and be a good example to Iris who is a new worker.